Hello all, welcome to part 26 of JavaScript for Beginners series. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate about inheritance in JavaScript. So let's get started. What is inheritance? Inheritance, in simple terms, is a mechanism in which a child class acquires the properties from a parent class. What is inheritance, guys? Inheritance, in simple terms, is a mechanism in which a child class acquires the properties from the parent class. Now, let me practically show you how a child class can acquire the properties from a parent class. For that, I'll open this Visual Studio Code IDE. Here, I'll create a sample JavaScript file, say demo.js. Now, here, I'll create a class, say animal class. I'll create an animal class, guys. Okay, I'll just create animal class. Now, I'll say lex is equal to 4. Okay, this animal class can have some properties, right? Properties of the class can be like variables and methods. Let's say one of the variable it has animal class as lex is equal to 4. Along with this particular variable inside the animal class also has, let's say, some methods. Okay, so eat method. So here I'll say console dot log of eating. If this particular method is called, I'll print out simply eating. I'll just print out eating, guys. Okay. Similarly, there can be more variables and methods also. Okay, for example sake, guys, in this animal class I'll create one variable and two methods. Okay, you can create more variables also, but in this example I'm creating one variable and two methods. Okay, here I'll create one more method, say sleep, and here I'll say console dot log of sleeping. Nothing much, sleeping, simple. Now I'll create one more class, guys. Okay, here animal class is created with this one variable and two methods for now. So parallelly I'll create one more class, say dog class. Okay, dog class. Now, if you clearly observe this animal and dog class, guys, these are two different classes. Animal is a separate class and dog is another class, right? But dog also has the lex as 4. What do you say? Right? Dog also has the lex as 4. And dog also can eat and sleep. It should also have these methods. Now, tomorrow I'll create one more class. Say class cat. Okay? Class cat. And if you compare this animal, dog, and cat class, even cat will have 4 legs and cat can eat and cat can sleep. Copy this and paste it here. What do you see, guys? When I keep on creating similar kind of classes here, the properties are getting repeated, right? You see, the properties are getting in the dog also the same properties are there, in the cat also the same properties are there, in the animal also same properties are there. So there is a concept known as inheritance, guys, where you don't have to duplicate this. Just remove the duplicated code. Only have this properties in this animal class, and from the dog class and cat class, simply remove that. Okay. Don't duplicate, guys. Okay. Don't keep on creating the lex property in lex variable in dog, cat, and all the places. Okay. So if this is repeated, if this has to be repeated everywhere, what you can simply do is you can simply say class dog extends. Okay. That small keyword, guys, we have to use. We have to, after this class dog, we have to say extends. We have to provide the parent class name, that is animal. Okay, animal. What does it mean here? Okay, I'll just remove the cat for a while, guys. Okay, only we'll have animal and dog for a while. And instead of copy pasting or rewriting the same code inside the dog class, what we can do is we can make this dog as a child class of the animal class, right? We can simply make the dog as a child class of this animal class. What will happen if you make the dog as a child class of the animal class? All the properties of the parent class will be part of the dog class. You don't have to create again. Okay, even though this lex and eat and sleep methods are not created here, still dog is having them. Dog is inheriting these properties from the parent class, guys. That's what is called as inheritance in simple terms, guys, where a child class inherits these properties from the parent class. Okay, here animal is a parent class, dog is a child class. Okay, you don't have to create lex, eat, sleep again in this dog class. But guys, even though the dog is inheriting the properties of the parent class, still the dog can have its own properties. Okay, apart from the properties that are being inherited by the dog class from the animal class, dog class can have its own properties. What are they? Let's say I'll write the dog specific properties like hash tail is equal to true. Okay, hash tail is equal to true. And I can write something like this. that is bark. Only the bark, only the dog can bark, right? So bark. Okay. Dog specific properties I'm preparing here. So here I'll say console.log of barking. I'll simply print out barking, guys. Okay. Here I'll print out barking. If this particular method is called, this will simply print out barking. Fine. Now, guys, now it looks like dog class is only having two properties, that is one variable and one method. But the thing is, since the dog class has become the child class of the animal class, using this extends keyword, the dog class has become the child class of the animal class. Now, if you create an object for the dog class, you will not see only these two properties, guys. You will also see the other properties from the parent class. That is, in animal class, how many are there? 1, 2, 3 properties are there. In dog, how many are there? 2 are there. Since dog is a child of the animal class, dog will have not only these two properties, guys. Dog is also inheriting three properties from the animal class. That means 2 plus 3, 5 properties are there with the dog class. Let me create an object for the dog class. Let d is equal to new dog. Okay, like this, I'll create an object for the dog class, guys. You see, this one will create the object, and this is the object reference used for referencing to this particular newly created object of the dog class. Now, using this object reference, if I say dot, okay, if I say dot, I'll get all the properties of the parent and child class, guys. Okay, so I'll get lex. You see, lex is not there in the dog. You see, lex. Do you have any lex property in the dog class? Since the dog class is the child class of the animal class, lex is there in the animal, and this lex is being inherited by this dog class. Okay, you don't have to create again, but dog is inheriting this lex from the parent class. So you can say d dot. Okay, d dot lex also. Okay, I'll print out this, guys. I'll just put a console.log statement here, and I'll surround this d dot lex like this. Okay. Now, similarly, console.log of, okay, console.log, not only the using the object reference of the dog class, we can not only access the properties from the parent class, but also from the child class, that is from the same class, that is hashtail. Okay, here I can say d dot hashtail, done. And similarly, I can call the methods. So using the object reference of this child class dog class, I can call all the methods that are in the parent class, which dog is inheriting. At the same time, I can call the method that is there in the dog class itself. Okay, so how can I call that? I will say d dot each. Okay, I don't have to create an eat method to do this operation, right? So here, dog is simply inheriting the eat method. Okay, so even though there is no eat method inside the dog, by using the object reference of this dog class, I can call this eat method. That's what is happening is now. Okay, eat, sleep, and at the same time I can see d dot bark also. Okay, d dot bark, done. Now if I run this code, guys, this will work seamlessly. So you'll get all the output. So I'll just clear it out, clear, enter, and here I'll say no demo.js. You see, number of legs got printed, as tail got printed, eating, sleeping, barking, everything got printed, guys. What if, guys, I create, instead of creating an object for the dog class, if I create an object for the animal class, what will happen? Okay, let a is equal to new animal. Okay, like this. Here, guys, animal is a parent class and it's not inheriting any other class, right? Here animal is not inheriting any other class. Animal has only two properties, three properties, that is lex, eat, and sleep. So apart from this lex, eat, and sleep, using the object reference of the animal class, you cannot access anything else, guys. Okay, you see here a dot, you see only these three things are coming: eat, lex, and sleep. That's it. Okay, so I'll say console dot log of a dot lex. Okay, a dot each, animal dot each, a dot sleep. That's it. Can I say a dot bark? Is this possible? If I run this, you will get an error here, guys. Just run it. So I'll clear it and say no demo.js. You see, at the bark, you got the error already. Okay, all the remaining things got printed like 4 legs, eating, sleeping, but you cannot access bark. Bark doesn't belong to animal, right? Is there any method with the bark inside the animal? No, right? And also, animal is not inheriting anything, so there's no way of getting. But dog is inheriting the animal, guys. That's why using the object reference of the dog, not only you can access these two properties of the dog class, but also using the object of the dog class, you can access this inherited properties of the animal class. Okay, whatever the properties that are getting inherited from the animal class by the dog class, those also you can access. Hope you are able to understand the concept of inheritance now. Okay, inheritance in simple terms is a mechanism in which one class acquires the properties of another class. Here, that one class which is acquiring the properties from another class is called as child class, from where the properties are getting acquired is known as a parent class. Okay, so here one more thing, guys. Another thing here is there are different type of inheritance. Okay, so which type of inheritances are possible in JavaScript? So here single class can be inherited by multiple classes, guys. You see here there is an animal class, and here I created a dog class. Now if I create another class, say class cat, okay, I can say extends cat, also extends animal, I can say. Here multiple classes like dog class, okay, any other whatever it is, okay, multiple classes can extend the same parent class. Okay, even though the dog is inheriting the properties from the animal class, still the cat class can also become the child class of the animal class. This is possible in JavaScript. Okay, this is possible in JavaScript, guys. Okay, so multiple classes can inherit the parent class. That's okay. And second thing is multi levels of inheritance is also possible. That means, for example, uh, what we can do, I just need to have a better example, right? Let's say there is a class A. Instead of giving a better example, I can do one thing like this. Here, let's say class A is there having some properties. Now I'll create here class B, and it also can have some properties. Then class C I'll create. So how many classes are there here? 3 classes. So let's assume that A is going to become the top parent, and what I will do is I'll make the B class as a child class of the A class. Okay, here I can make the class B as a child of the A class. Now at this stage I can make the C as a child of the B, guys. You see, A is a parent of B, B is a parent of C. This is multi-level, guys. Okay, this is called as multi-level. This kind of inheritance is also possible. Okay, this kind of inheritance is also possible in JavaScript, guys. Here in JavaScript, a single parent class can be inherited by multiple child classes at same time. Okay, multi-level inheritance is also possible where one of the class is a parent of another class, that class is a parent of another class, and this class can be a parent of any other class. Okay, that is multi-level inheritance. This type of inheritances are possible, guys. Okay, this type of inheritance are possible, but there is one thing that is not possible. Let's say here we have class A and class B. Now this class C want to extend both A and B. Is it possible? This is not possible. Okay, this part is not possible. This way is not possible. Okay, a single class cannot inherit it from multiple parent classes, cannot be there. Only one parent should be there for any class, guys. Okay, a single class cannot have multiple parents. This is only one parent it can have. That type of inheritance is not possible, but these inheritance types are possible where single parent class can be inherited by any number of child classes, and multi-level inheritance is possible, but a single child cannot have multiple parents. Okay, a single child cannot have multiple parents. Fine, but multiple children can have the same parent. Multiple children can have the same parent, like that. Okay, fine, and multi-level is possible. So this is all about the inheritance, guys. There is more about inheritance, guys, but I don't want to cover everything in the same session. So when the time comes, I'm going to cover all the different other topics which are depending on the inheritance. Okay, but coming to the concept, inheritance concept is covered in a practical way in this session. So that's it, guys. See you in the next video session. Thank you. Bye.